All right, so tonight this is our team call, July 24th for team motivation and team resilience and team banana. And so we are going to just do a real quick recap of a couple of the most important things to know for the week. So this week we've got the Shift Shop Challenge Group Kickoff, yay. So if you guys are all doing a challenge group or just participating, a couple things I found out that, one, I know Chris Downing is doing a video every morning. Okay, it's been really hard to find those videos. So
and team motivation today.
Okay, two. And in case anybody's wondering where those videos are, if you go into, there's two ways to get to them. So if you go into your Coach Online office, you have to go into the challenge group guide in your tools menu. Go into the challenge group guide and then you pick Shift Shop. Right at the top of the page before it gets into every daily post, there's a blue link that says Chris Downing's daily videos.
I did not know that. That's awesome.
So you can do it that way, or if you're in the My Challenge tracker and then you click on the challenge group guides, you can find it there as well. But it is in YouTube under a Beachbody playlist. So is that where you posted the link, Jenny? Is that
I just copied the thing from the Beachbody Champions page, but yeah, it was the link directly to YouTube.
To YouTube, okay. So yeah, so there's three different ways to get to it. You can't find it. Also, with that, I don't know if you guys followed the TBB 411 post that Carl did about how he's going to draw the winners for each week. So what he wants us to do, and this is Instagram only, you are to take a screenshot of your blue workout log screen when you log your workout that shows all 7 days checked. Ooh, snickerdoodles. And then you're take a screenshot of the green screen of all of your 7 Shakeology, or is it 6 Shakeology? At least 6 Shakeology. You gotta take a screenshot of each of those and then share them onto Instagram with 2 hashtags. One is Shift Shop, and I can't remember what the other hashtag is right off the top of my tongue, but that's what you need to do to be entered into the $100 drawing and then the $1,000 drawing. And then there's 2 t-shirt giveaways.
That's awesome.
So you get the one exclusive challenge group t-shirt plus the Shift Shop program t-shirt when you submit your before and after photos. And
Can I
yes,
that real? Okay. 2 things. On the videos, if you have your own challenge app group going, they have the thing that says add photo and add video. If you hit add video and try to copy that URL from those videos, that won't work. You have to just add it in the comments, like copy it and add it in the comments to get it to work.
You know what else works?
What?
If you just go up to the top of the page and copy the URL at the top of the page, it will work instead of using the share link. Copy the URL at the top of the page.
And then,
good to know.
And then the second thing was talking about the exclusive t-shirt. There's a specific, and this was on that same post I put in Team Motivation. There's a specific form they have to fill out to get the shirt, and the before pictures have to be submitted before August 10th. Wait and do it all at the end like you do most of them. So you need to be sure and get all your peeps to send in their first form like right away. They might as well.
Yep.
Done. So.
Yep. Excellent.
And I had on my notes for that giveaway, it was hashtag Shift Shop and then hashtag week 1. Something going to be week 2 and week 3.
Yes, that's right.
6 workouts, 7 Shakeology.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Paula. All right, yeah, and I thought that was really important for us to make sure that we were sharing with everybody because, it was a little confusing knowing that there's 2 t-shirt giveaways and that you have to submit results early. So yeah. And then the video thing was kind of it was hard to find on where to do that. So anyway, glad we got that figured out. Okay, so 2 things. I want to make sure everybody listened to the Ruth Shrauner video. Did everybody listen to it? Holy cow. Was that an awesome, I thought that was an awesome training. I loved how she just, gave you those questions. Don't think about it. Just say it. Write it down or say it. And that's your story. That's the stuff you talk about. And I think that's going to be able to create such a great repertoire of things to post about, because people want to know 3 things when you get online. They want to be entertained, they want to be educated, and what's the 3rd thing? They want to be, is it motivated? Wait a minute, no. They want to be inspired, they want to be educated, and they want to be entertained. So from those things that you put down on your page, or voice recorded, or I wrote them down, it's a great way, a great resource to pull from what to post, because I hate to say it, people don't focus as much on like the wonderful positive stuff as much as they do when they see a little bit of negativity. And it's not necessarily negativity, but it's, I guess, struggle. Mm-hmm. And people want to comment on that more so than they do like super motivating and positive stuff. You have to tie in a struggle in there and then talk about how you overcame that for the positive part. But they want to identify with the struggle first. And you'll get more traction off of that when you're really real and talk about, your issues, so people know that you're human. Right? And, I've got to admit fully that that's something that I struggle with a lot, because I don't know, it's not that I don't mind people seeing my vulnerability, but sometimes I think, how can I portray myself as credible, if I'm failing just as much as the next person. But when I went to the Power of I Am Summit, or training before Summit, the one thing that they said is, when you fail, when you make a mistake, when you screw up, they'll love you more. They identify with you, and they will love you all the more. So I'm stepping out of my, shell. I'm going to be a lot more vulnerable. So like today was a good post for me. I posted about, I have not stuck to a Beachbody meal plan in probably 2 years. I have not done a meal plan. I'm eating healthy, but I'm not using the containers and all of that. Well, I've gained about 12 pounds. And that's real. That's my story. And I'm struggling to get rid of it. But I'm going to commit to the meal plan. I'm going to go 2 full rounds, and I'm going to see what happens. And I'm hoping by day 42, I'll be back to where I was before when I started. So, but it's stuff like that that I really have to be real with and share. So I just want to get some feedback from you guys on what you thought about these questions. And also, gosh, the National Wake Up Call today was a lot like this training. It had a lot of the similar messages in the Wake Up Call. So if you haven't listened to it, make sure you do. But I want to hear some feedback from you guys on what you thought about the call and if you took notes and things like that. Paula, did you want to?
Yeah, I was just reading my notes. Like, one of the questions that like hit me, number 7. Do you ever feel like a failure or felt like a failure? Kind of where I am right now, and I'm trying to like get out of that. So I was like, when I was like talking into my phone, I'm like, oh, and she said, I see people crying. I'm like, well, you can't see me, but I'm like tearing up. And I just liked how real she was, and she's number 1 right now, and she's not organized. She doesn't do PowerPoint presentations. She's not, I don't know, she's just being real. And
Very
When
real.
she said she was comparing herself to like other coaches and how these other top coaches, they're so organized and they have all these things going for them. And she didn't, she kind of compared herself and she found herself lacking. And I think like, I know I do that, and you're trying to do everything that everyone else is doing. And you lose yourself. Then you stop, you stop liking what you're doing because you're miserable because you're not doing what you like. And it's like I said, you kind of get lost and you feel like you need to find yourself again.
Yeah.
It was a good call to listen to.
Yeah. Who else was bawling and like had tears flowing down their faces? You're trying to record this stuff. Anybody else? Oh man, I was. Because it really made you get raw and real with yourself. It's like, oh my God. It's scary to admit to yourself, but when you admit it, it's almost freeing, It makes you feel like, okay, I'm not alone in this. And, it's okay to not feel like you're the best at everything, because my God, you can't be. You can't be. You have to do it your way and try to put your blinders on and not be distracted by all the squirrels around, and just do it how you do it. Do it your way. So,
and that's not a message that I heard like always. Just be you and do you, and don't get distracted by what everyone else is doing. Like with Janelle's calls and with Mindy's calls, and you hear that and you're good for like a few weeks, and then you see everyone else doing something else. You're like, oh no, I got to do what they're doing, because if I'm not doing it, then that means I'm not going to be successful. So
yeah,
like you almost need to like revisit that every so often,
Yeah. And I think for new coaches, it's good to be taking a look at other coaches and seeing what's going on. But after a while, like after 6 months, I'm like, I need to tell people, you got to go in and unfollow. Just unfollow all of those people, because it puts too much pressure on you. You just got to go do you. It doesn't matter if you know who Cindy Wender is and if you know who Raina Odell is. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. It matters who you are and how you talk to your people. So, yeah, exactly.
One of the messages that I wrote down from last week from the I want to say the Zoom, but it's not the Zoom. Not with Carl. The flush. Surge. The flush.
That's a good one. I like that.
Surge. It was show up on good and bad days. Because sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I'm like, I don't want to show up. But it's like what you said, you got to show the good and the bad, and that's what people relate to.
Yeah. I think I struggle a lot of times with, what do I possibly have to share? I'm at home all the time. I sit at my desk for hours. What is exciting about that? Then that's when you pull from this stuff. That's when you pull from your vulnerable stuff. Or you find a recipe that you've made. Always be taking pictures of your food, you guys, all the time. Have crap tons of pictures of food on your phone, because when you all of a sudden you have no idea what to post, you'll have a picture of food that you haven't, put out there yet. Go, oh my gosh, the other day I made this, and I put this and this and this together, and you can talk about that if you don't have anything else to post. But this stuff is really good. And I don't know, just pulling from struggles and strife and things like that. Even just sitting on your butt can be a post. You can just say, I am trying to provide value to people, but I don't know what the hell to even say, because I've been sitting here working. But here's the thing: how blessed am I to be able to sit here at home and work at my desk and have that freedom. So, I guess just turn things around. Always try to put the positive on. And that's one of on my shift shop markers, always turn the negative into a positive. That was one of my mantras on my shift shop markers. So that's something that I'm going to really start concentrating on, positive affirmations and turning those negative thoughts around. So that's another post. But
So talking about that, because that brings me back to personal development, what's everyone doing? Because I had to go back to the 10X rule, because the first time I went through it, I was in the right place. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. But what's everyone else doing? Because I'm always looking for ideas.
I am I'm listening to John Maxwell's new book. It is called, let me pull it, I forget. However, I am going to recommend that you do not get this on Audible because the reader is horrible. He's horrible. And I've got it on 1.5 speed and it's still slow. It's terrible. It's called No Limits, Blow the Cap Off Your Capacity.
He's always good.
It's a very, very good book, but the reader is, I just want to slit my wrist. So do not get Audible version. Actually read it. I just found out that Jen Sincero, who is the author.
Yeah, I downloaded that one.
She's got a new, what is it? You are a badass of your business.
Badass at making money or something.
Yes,
you're badass at making money.
Yes, you're a badass at making money. So I'm excited to get that one.
I am reading or listening to Grit, which I don't know if it was one of the speakers at Summit just briefly showed that on the thing and said to listen to it. So far, I mean, it's a lot of statistical stuff. I mean, a little bit of it is, but it's pretty interesting so far. So
cool.
Anyway, I'll have to find, I can't remember who it's by, but it's really good. It's kind of about the whole, you don't have to be smarter and do all that. It's just about having grit and endurance, will get you farther in life. So it's pretty interesting.
What about you, Kristen? What are you reading?
I'm thinking about going back to Badass, but if Badass has a new one, that's probably where I'm going.
Yeah.
Because she was hilarious.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah. I need anything Audible, audiobooks, to deal with my commute. But was anybody on the Darren Hardy webcast last week?
Yes.
I wasn't able to, I tried to log in and for some reason my iPhone wasn't allowing me to stream it from my office. And now I'm just getting all sorts of hate emails from him. So I'm like, oh.
I listened to it, but then at the end it was a pitch for a course.
So if you're going to do that, I'll do it with you.
Yeah, that's what I've been getting. So.
Nah. So, yeah.
Okay.
There's Beth, are you reading anything right now?
I am. I actually am laughing because this is what I have right here. So, of course, yeah, that's what but it's awesome. It's hilarious. I love it.
And I love how she talks in it. She's just like.
Yes. Well, the writer in me really loves her too. Just her stream of conscious is pretty awesome. She's really funny.
What about you, Chas? Are you reading anything right now? Did you hear me? Oh, she's muted. So, all right. Well, there was a couple of really good books from Summit. So one of them is Girl Code by Kara, and I forget her last name. But she was one of the keynote speakers in the pre-Summit lecture that I went to, and it was really, really good. So Girl Code is one. The other one is called Punch Fear in the Face. That one's a really good one that they mentioned. I tried to put a star by all the ones that were really good. Let's see. 5 Second Rule by Mel Robbins. A lot of people are reading that right now. It's supposed to be very good. And let's see. Of course, The Super Life by Darren Aline. And let's see. What else? What else? That might be all of them. They're all on different pages, so.
One that I listened to a while ago now, it's just looking at my list on Audible, was The Energy Bus. And that was a good one. Jen, you like that one, yeah. That was a really good
Keith
one.
talks about that one a lot. He said that one has been one of his favorites. And he also liked how to change things when, oops. No, don't download it. I just want to look at it.
What's the name of it?
How to change things when change is hard, by Chip and Dan Heath.
I was muted a minute ago, but when you said The Energy Bus, that's one of those John Gordon books that are story-like and short, but it has a very good point and everything, and just a story. So any of the John Gordon books are awesome to listen to on Audible. But The Energy Bus is kind of the first of his books. So he talks about that in a lot of his other books, actually. So highly recommend that if you're an Audible person.
Yeah. And the other one that's a lot story driven is it's called Lead for God's Sake.
Yeah, that was a great one too.
Very good. I really like that one a lot.
Yep.
So that's some good PD. That'll get you through the next 6 months. All right, so I guess what we should just talk about really quick so we don't keep everybody on for a long time. We got about a half an hour for a call should be good, don't you guys think?
Sure.
So I just want to make sure that everybody is on a Team Cup team so far. Chastity and Beth are on my team. Yay! Woo-hoo! Gonna be exciting. This should be fun. I'm actually really fired up about this month's cup. I usually get kind of I don't know, worried and a little scared about cup time, but this time around I'm really fired up about it. I think it's gonna be really good because I think we have I don't know, just some really good motivation this time, right? Coming off of Summit, and there's been a lot of positive messages and things like that. So I think it's going to be good. Lots of good things to share, and hopefully everybody's got a good team. And really, it doesn't matter because the whole thing is we're just out here to help people. So that's what I want all of us to think about. Is not points. Is who can I help? Who needs my help? Because if somebody didn't reach out to me, where would I be right now? So I want to make sure that somebody has the opportunity to grow and learn like I did. So,
I'm on a call.
That's what I liked today too. Today on that call with Ruth was the month that she only helped 11 people, and that was her lowest month. And she doesn't. I know.
I know.
But how she didn't say that was the month with the lowest Success Club points. It was just she helped the least amount of people, and I like how she thinks, because you're helping people, and they're not points; they're people.
Yep, exactly. Carol Leba, yes, girl code. Thank you.
It's on my list. I had a whole bunch of Audible credits that I needed to use to download that, so I'll be listening for years,
Audible,
especially at my speed.
Holly.
Does anybody else have anything to share that they want to talk about before we close out? Anything that, like tidbits that we need to know for next week? What's going on next week? Next week is going to be the 1st of August, right? Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Does everybody have a challenge group and going or a date for their next challenge group? How about that?
Yeah, I'm going to use the results from this Shift Shop. I have a hard time with that name.
I know.
Because I'm starting week 2. So I'm going to try to use that to recruit for August and kind of shooting for mid-month so that, our group of, in our Team Cup, we can have time to invite and add to that group. So.
Yep. Sounds good. that's what I want to just make sure everybody's thinking forward and inviting to the next group, whatever current thing that you're in now, inviting to the next one. And also maybe even thinking about starting a free group within the next week or two, and just kind of coming up with some ideas. So August is back to school. So if you have young kids, maybe a good free group would be to, like a gearing back up for school with school supplies and doing checklists of things that kids need. And maybe even with older kids, if you're going to high school, or for me, it's going to be college, college dorm checklists, things like that. There has also been like a 5-day financial free group that would be really good for people. Teachers right now really want to get back in shape before they head back to school. So a 5-day Shakeology Slim Down, or a 7-day using the sampler pack. And also, what was the other one that I was thinking? Oh, for me personally, I was thinking of doing a positive affirmations challenge group, because that's something that I need right now, especially in the morning. I hate the way my mornings have been starting with news and crap on TV. We always turn on the news and it's always negative. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to have music on in the morning, uplifting stuff, positive messages, and little positive things that I want to say to myself. So that's something that I'm going to run.
If you do that one, I'd love to join, because that's something that I need too.
Okay.
I actually and I'll have to send it to you. I just downloaded, I think it was like last week, I took a picture of something I saw online, and it was 30 days, and each day was a different positive affirmation. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah. So you got like all your however many days you want to do, but there's 30 of them there, so you can pick from them or whatever. So
cool. I'd love to see that. Yeah. Great. Cool. All right. Well, that's really all I've got to cover right now. But if you haven't listened to Ruth's call, please, please, please listen to it, because it really helps you realize where you need to be real and what you need to be talking about, as well as today's National Wake Up Call, July 24th, 2017, if you're watching this later. But today's call, what was her name? Lindsay Martin, right? Lindsay Martin from Canada. She's been a coach for 2 years. She's the top coach in Canada, and she's number what? Like, I don't know. She's number 20 or something in the company right now. So 2 years. So it's possible, guys. It's possible. Okay, that's all I got for tonight. So have a great night. Thank you guys for hopping on. And Jenny, especially you, prepping and getting ready to leave. So everybody have a great night. Have a great week. And thank you again especially with the time change and the call change, we really appreciate it. And let's go.
You guys like Monday nights? Is that better?
Yeah.
8:30? Yeah.
Much.
Yeah.
Much.
Good.
So, next week, I'm not sure what we're doing for next week's call. I think next week 1 of the month is usually a power hour. So we'll play that by ear and see how many people want to do a power hour at 8:30. And if that's a go, then we'll go for it. So, sound good?
Awesome.
All right. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for popping on.
Night.